Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So for a while I actually already now wanted to make a video where we discuss Carina's challenges volume 1 and volume 2, which ones you liked more, and definitely please do not be shy to leave a comment, tell me which challenges you enjoyed more overall and which one has been your favorite challenge in general. But as we can see here, they are actually quite comparable. Where first set was Labyrinth of Legends, 3 challenges, then we had 3 challenges in Abyss. Both Carinas had 3 challenges in Act 6, and the first set had Act 5, and the second set had Realm of Legends. So we can compare them kind of 3 versus 3 here as well. That being said, before we get into anything deeper there, when it comes to total costs, then the first set of challenges was slightly more expensive for me. I believe it was 140-ish, 150-ish revives for me. Second set was about 112, 100 and something, and it definitely could have been cut down even lower. So second set definitely was less resource intensive, largely because of the Realm of Legends and the fact that we had to go in there with 4 stars, and that basically guaranteed a huge item use as is. So that is definitely an upside to the second set. When it comes to rewards, then they are comparable given the fact that time has progressed and the reward structure and game economy has changed. Obviously, the second set has significantly better rewards in terms of rank 4 materials. The first set of Carina challenges had about half a catalyst of each, I believe, and first set had about half a catalyst of each. Second set had a catalyst and a half, so there's a significant increase in that. However, the first set of Carina challenges did have more tier 5 CC and tier 5 basics and rank up gems and things like that. I actually didn't like the change to the dual crystals in the second set of challenges. I'd much rather have preferred getting either crystal shards or nexus crystals, something like that. I personally don't value the dual class crystals much at all. I know some people got very lucky with them, some didn't, but those are not the crystals that I would want to have opened, but that's a minor critique there. That being said, let's start with the simplest ones to compare. Act 6 ones. And when I actually look at the Act 6 ones, I think they're pretty even in a sense. If not, I like the first ones better, to be honest. Because the Astral Anger was definitely really kind of quick and easy, and I like the idea of just the cosmic team and pick a path, and it was still fairly wide, fairly open. 1992, 1997 was very fun, very doable. And then we had the Super Punch-Out, which was kind of the trickier, harder one, champion fight. Super Punch-Out effectively got replaced with Revolution here, I think, because instead of champion, we had to deal with Grandmaster. Revolution has an absolutely amazing kind of like meta joke or meta reference there to the Thor Ragnarok movie, where Korg has started Revolution, and then the 2 characters in that movie are kind of taking on the Grandmaster, which was kind of like a baddie in that movie. So I did like that a lot, but I can't escape the fact that I absolutely dislike every single one of those 3 champions involved. Also, I did not like the fact that you had to have all 3 of them. You see, with pretty much every other challenges except this one particular one, where they require a special champion, you got them given to you. Like in the first set of Carina challenges, if you needed a Star-Lord specifically for a challenge, you got the Star-Lord. If you needed a Cyclops, you got given yourself a Cyclops. If you needed Kamal Khan, you got given Kamal Khan as you were doing the first set of Carina challenges, and that kind of made sense. For the other challenges, you did have at least kind of like a bit wider selection of champions, or at the very least, there were lower star levels. There were like 3 stars and 4 stars that you could easier acquire. But even 3-star Cyclops and Loki you get given to yourself. No, well, yeah, 3-star Cyclops you got given, and you got given a Star-Lord and Kamal Khan, and a Loki. Yeah, so even 3 stars you really got given. And the second set of Carina challenges didn't really have that. And on top of that, this Revolution one required you to have a specific 5 or 6 stars, and you needed to have all 3 of them. So I really did not like that in the second challenge. The only champion that they gave you was Doc Ock, which was a specific requirement for one of these Act 6 ones. But they didn't give you the 3-star Aegon. They didn't give you the, 3-star robots or Guillotine 2099 or anything of the sort. So I kind of wish they just added... How hard would it have been, or how big of a deal it would have been if they gave out some 5-star Korgs or 5-star Gladiator Hulks or Thor Ragnaroks or a 3-star Aegon. You know, they did it before with Kamal Khans, with 4-star Star-Lord, with everything else. So I don't like that they took that away from the second set of challenges. And the second set of challenges overall definitely was way more roster intensive. I ended up ranking a lot of champions up for the second set of challenges, and I already had a fairly massive roster. So I can only imagine that in order to do the second set of challenges, you definitely have to have a bigger roster, and you also need to make a bigger commitment to earn those rewards, besides just the potions and stuff like that. So that was definitely highlighted here in Revolution, where you had to have a 3 specific 5 or 6 stars, and you had to have all of them on your team. So I do not like that. When it comes to new heroes and foes challenge, that was likely my favorite one. Sick Beast of Player was alright. So overall, when it comes to Act 6 challenges, I think they're pretty much even, but I lean towards the Carina challenges Volume 1 being the better ones there. Largely because, I think they were easier and more inclusive, where it required you to have like less specific rank ups and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm actually going to give that to Volume 1. Now we need to compare the Realm of Legend and Act 5. And again, I think Act 5 challenges would have easily taken it away from me. I had way more fun doing Mystic Dispersed. I had more fun doing Asgardian Cheddar than I had doing any of the Realm of Legends challenges. I think 1 or 2 challenges on Realm of Legends would have been fine, but when I was doing the third one, it really kind of felt tedious. Yes, arguably they are the least, item and roster intensive challenges out here. I'd say that Mystic Dispersed and the Realm of Legends challenges are in general the easiest ones overall, and that, I guess, is kind of the point, which most people should or could be able to do them, and that's definitely the challenges where the people start off. But I don't know, I just did not enjoy spending that much time in Realm of Legends, specifically in Act 5. And those challenges, we at least got to do different maps, got to fight more different opponents, and it just seemed more fun. From fun perspective, definitely the Mystic Dispersed and Asgardian Cheddar were way better than the Realm of Legends one. They just felt a bit too tedious kind of for me. That being said, at least, again, they were fairly doable. I did them without like any revives. A couple of potions in the Teams of Plenty and Aegon one, and that's about it. No items at all for the Gilly 99 run, and they're definitely easier. I think what absolutely ruins the Act 5 challenges is the Mike's Revenge. That thing was disgusting. It made me feel mad and pissed off and just in general kind of uncomfortable. It's clearly a joke somebody had taken way too far. I bet that, none of those people who made those challenges actually tried to do a collector with the Cyclops, because it felt like you're playing slot machine and you're just throwing revives down the dumpster. So here, unfortunately, I do have to give it to Volume 2, comparatively speaking, because at the very least, all of the Realm challenges were way more doable, and there was not that revive dump factor than we have with Mike's Revenge. Even though I definitely enjoyed Mystic Dispersed and Asgardian Cheddar more than I did any of the Realm challenges, Mike's Revenge just absolutely tanks it for Volume 1. Absolutely. That was a disgusting challenge. Never want to see something like that again. And then we need to compare the Abyss and Labyrinth of Legends ones. And I think here again, the winner is quite obvious, and that's the Abyss challenges. I think Labyrinth of Legends ones had one good one with the Canadian one, because ramped up Sabertooth could actually do it with reasonable cost in a reasonable time, and it was good time, it was fun. But then Dance Off and Inhuman Stamina, again, they just kind of felt disgusting. Even though time-wise, when we were doing them, it did feel like forever. Realistically, the Abyss challenges took about as much time as the Realm of Legends ones. These Carina challenges, Mutant Domination, time-wise, they're not much different from Dance Off and Inhuman Stamina. I think overall, the time commitment was pretty much the same in between Volume 1 and 2. But you definitely had way more fun in Abyss, because you could use way different champions, and you could actually plan, and there was something of a strategy, of a planning, and there was much more your skill involved. With these dance-off and Inhuman Stamina, it was quite literally just hit opponent till the button tells you to die, and then you die, or till random await gets you and you get comboed and you die immediately. In Abyss ones, the attack values are not as high, so you can make a mistake and you can survive it. There's way more champion options available and way more paths available to do, so you can kind of, you feel like you're strategizing and you feel like you're actually working more and you get to actually play and fight for the rewards. Again, with Star-Lord, it genuinely kind of felt. Just toss in a token in a slot machine, see how far you get, you die, you rinse and repeat, and it was way, way more tedious. So definitely Abyss challenges were way more enjoyable than the Labyrinth ones, especially because of the dance-off and Inhuman Stamina, because those were just so tedious. Because there was no strategy, there was no planning involved, you don't have any variety. It's just pick a 4-star Star-Lord, go and hit and then die and revive and hit and die. With all of the Abyss challenges, there was plenty of options, plenty of champions involved, and several paths viable, so on and so forth. The biggest annoyance though in Abyss ones is the collector fight, especially with the Carina challengers. That fight just felt quite disgusting. That being said, overall I must say that Volume 2 wins, definitely, with the Abyss and the Realm of Legends challenges. I think Volume 1 had better Act 6 challenges, to be honest. But it is also to be said that Volume 2 is definitely way, way, way more roster intensive. Because in Volume 2, all of the required champions for the top 2 sets of challenges are either 5 or 6 stars. And a lot of people don't have, for instance, many symbiotes or Sinister 6 heroes ranked and stuff like that. Or Carina challengers, it doesn't have the widest pool of champions either. So that is one change that I was not too kind of happy with. Just because, you need so many specific different champions and people now are rushing to rank them up. I much preferred the idea in the first set of challenges where it was either 3 stars and 4 stars and you didn't have to dump in a ton of resources to earn the next set of rewards. So I do hope if and when we do get Volume 3 that they do keep that in mind. And number one, if they do have these specific champion requirements, then they put them back in as rewards as they did in Volume 1 for people that do not have them. Number 2, I do hope that they focus more on 4-star champions. I specifically want them to ideally avoid 5-star champions, because by the time Volume 3 comes out, most of the people will not want to invest resources in 5 stars. Even right now, when I was ranking up 5 stars, I didn't felt absolutely great about it, because I knew that I could just wait several months, and if I wanted to rank up that champion, I would end up ranking a 6-star at some point when I pull that champion, for instance, like Anti-Venom, I ranked up for the symbiote run, come out to play. So I do hope they stick away from making us rank up random 5 stars for these challenges specifically. So I hope they keep the 3, 4 stars and, let 6 stars in or something like that. And then the last one, again, I do hope that they keep avoiding that revive dump of a challenge mode that they had in Mike's Revenge and Dance Off and stuff like that. And, there wasn't that big of a difference between items needed in both of these challenges, to be honest. But the second set just felt a lot better, because when I messed up, when I used the revives, except for the collector fight, it was largely on me because I messed up. The first set, it just genuinely felt I revive, hit 2 combos on collector and die. I revive, I go in with Star-Lord, and then Venom Pulse starts regening, I need to quit out, or they evade and I die. So feeling-wise, definitely the second set did feel kind of more fair, more of a challenge rather than an offer that you pay with your revives. But yeah, so I must say that I do think that second set of Carinas is better, but only because the 3 challenges kind of ruined it for the first set. If we didn't have Mike's Revenge, Dance Off, and Inhuman Stamina, I think I'd actually prefer the first set. Just because it required less resources, just because it gave you all the champions that you needed for it. And in general, I enjoyed Act 5 more than Realm of Legends, for instance. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. I want to know what you guys think. So drop a comment and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about